1793.
A bodybuilder from North Jersey is back to competing after a near tragic odyssey that took him away from the gym for years. But Fabian Orozco's wild trek nearly cost him much more than the sport he loves. News 12 New Jersey's Joey Waller has this incredible and in some ways miraculous comeback story.
Orozco. It's a name synonymous with winning around here, thanks to former Met reliever Jesse Orozco. These days, a 43-year-old bodybuilder from Wayne named Fabian Orozco is enjoying a much different kind of triumph.
Everything was dark. My life was a tunnel with our exits.
Fabian and Vanessa Orozco are married 13 years. She's a former figure competitor who noticed his imposing physique at a club when they first met. This Colombian native was a competitive bodybuilder until 7 years ago, when the couple planned on starting a family. But Orozco learned he was sterile, sending him plunging into 5 years of what he calls getting lost in his own darkness.
I was using cocaine, ecstasy, alcohol, cigarettes, and sleeping probably 2 hours a day and going out 3, 4, 5 days a week.
Going out doing what?
Just to go to bars, you know, and to take my life into the nightlife. And sometimes I didn't show up at home for 2 days.
I started seeing, physical changes, his body deteriorating, he gaining a lot, gaining weight.
3 times Orozco attempted suicide. Once he tried jumping out an apartment window, but was saved just in time. On another occasion, while high, he turned a gun on himself.
I put it in my mouth and I started pulling the trigger. And I pulled it once again, and I was going like this. And I was like, okay, one more time. Nothing. And I said, what's going on?
For whatever reason, the gun failed to fire. So thereafter, Orozco tried again.
I tried the same thing, and I tried to pull it, but I didn't want to trigger it. It didn't want to go. So I said, let me try. I just playing around, go boom, nothing. And then I said, okay, nothing. So I started hitting it, and I go boom, and he didn't want to shoot. So
why do you think that was?
At that moment, those occasions I was always so high. Now that I'm conscious, I could think that, it wasn't my time. I had more to give to this life.
Rock bottom came on Christmas morning 2007, when Orozco noticed a sadness and loneliness in his wife's eyes that he'd been oblivious to because of his self-destruction.
I got home and I was very drunk, all drugged up. My wife opened the door at 7 o'clock in the morning and she was crying, and she told me, Fabian, you better leave.
Somebody was looking down on him and just changed his life. I did a 360 overnight.
Yeah, I went down on my knees and I just prayed that moment, I could get a second opportunity to leave and to live all that life. And since that moment, since December 25th of 2 years ago, my life completely transformed.
Just his old personality came back, the old Fabian that I fell in love with.
Now Orozco says he's living clean, employed as a car stereo installer, and again working out seriously. He recently placed second at the Garden State Bodybuilding Championships, coming full circle.
I felt being fulfilling all my dreams that I had since I was a young boy. And this is one of the parts of the restoration that the Lord has given me to come back into bodybuilding and give other people there's a hope that no matter what age you are, you can fulfill your dreams.
It's like a weight had been lifted off Fabian Orozco's shoulders. But the best was yet to come, and something neither he nor his wife Vanessa could have imagined. For getting his life back in order, the ultimate reward.
Last year, Vanessa suddenly became pregnant after all. Fabian then learned he was no longer sterile. In March, Fabian Orozco was born. That's Fabian with a V, as in victory. Yes, another Orozco triumph.
We went back to the doctors. They did a retest on me, and my whole body was back to normal. They couldn't believe what just happened.
How surprised were you when you found out you were pregnant?
I was in shock. I was numb. I couldn't believe it. I saw the test. I'm like, no, this can't be true. This can't be happening.
Seeing this little creature in front of my eyes, something that my father left me, abandoned me. I never knew who he was, and now I'm capable of being a father that I never had. That, together with my wonderful companion, my wife, has put the final signal stamp in my life you know, that I completed what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Having the child just completed our lives.
And he's got the muscles back,
Yes.
like the guy you met in the club.
So it's like the perfect picture.
Little Fabian's birth date, March 27th, just happens to be the same as his father's. Coincidence? Maybe. Or perhaps the work of a higher authority. In Fairfield, Joey Waller for the Jersey Sports Final.
Amazing, huh? Back in his native country, Fabian has been invited to compete in next month's Mr. Columbia. And Vanessa says she too plans to return to fitness competition. As for our own Joey Waller, he was inspired so much by Fabian, he hasn't left the gym since he did this story. Coming up next in the Jersey Sports Final, we'll head to the farm and talk to one of the Yankees'